Food bank efforts. The producer partnership is bringing ranchers and processors together to provide fresh, locally raised meat to families who need it most. MTN's Anissa Coomer was in Choteau County as over 1,600 pounds of ground pork arrived at the food bank.
Dozens of boxes of freshly processed ground pork made their way into the Choteau County Food Bank Thursday morning, a delivery that will equate to nearly 6,500 meals for local families.
There's just been an influx of people needing more food at the moment. It's substantially gone up the request last week.
The meat was donated by the Twin Hills Colony in Carter. More than 1,600 pounds of pork were processed at the Producer Partnerships facility in Livingston, a nonprofit that turns donated livestock into meals for Montanans in need.
The colony calls us up and we pick up their pigs, and then most producers, what we do is we allow them, when they donate animals, to choose where they want it to go, and Twin Hills wanted it to stay local, so we're bringing it in here today.
President and founder Matt Pearson says donations like this one are vital as more Montana families turn to food banks for support.
Now the need is probably bigger than we've seen it in quite some time, and I think it's really important to be able to connect, producers back to their own communities so that it's much more of local people helping their own.
The Choteau County Food Bank feeds more than 100 families and has seen that number grow steadily throughout the year.
It'll substantially help our food bank recipients within our facility who come in.
But the impact doesn't stop there. The donation will also help stock shelves at the food banks in Highwood, Carter, and Big Sandy, keeping locally raised protein in local communities. In Choteau County, Anissa Coomer, MTN News.
The sponsors of a proposed constitutional amendment that aims to keep corporations from spending money in Montana political races are going to the state Supreme Court after the Attorney General ruled it didn't qualify to go before voters. The measure has the temporary name Ballot Issue 4. It's intended to find a way around the Citizens United decision that allowed corporations to spend money in elections as long as they don't coordinate with candidates. Ballot Issue 4 would attempt to change the powers of corporations in Montana so they didn't include political spending. Attorney General Austin Knudsen's office argued the measure would have impacts on a huge range of existing constitutional provisions, so it violated a rule that amendments only change one section of the Montana Constitution at a time. The sponsors of Ballot Issue 4 argue the measure does follow the requirements because any changes are all closely related. Small businesses along Montana's High Line now have access to new funding designed to help revitalize downtown districts and attract more customers to local businesses. MTN's Justin Robichaud has more on what it means for business owners.
A new business revitalization fund is here to help businesses financially in the High Line community. I went to Bear Paw Development Corporation to see how it works.
The total amount of the fund is $350,000. And it's specifically meant for small businesses in downtown business districts to improve the look and feel of their business.
Bear Paw Development Corporation Executive Director Paul Tuss says they have been laying out the groundwork for the fund in the High Line community for quite some time.
We're excited about it. We've been talking to entrepreneurs for years and in some cases decades about the financing that they need to improve their businesses and really to improve and in some cases revitalize downtown business districts, not just here in Havre but throughout the High Line in our 5-county region.
Tuss explains what businesses can do through the fund.
This is specifically designed for things like facade development, building renovations, sidewalks, period lighting, those type of things, to really positively impact the look and feel of your business district.
Beaver Creek Park owner Brian James says it's more than money, it's momentum.
We're right in downtown Havre, and there are quite a few things to our building and right around the block that we'd like to do that we can't really afford to with just normal cash flow quickly. And so this will help us accelerate our ability to revitalize downtown Havre.
He adds that a fresh look will not only bring in more customers, but more money for the community.
I think any business, especially ours, a small retail business, especially a restaurant, the nicer your facility is, the more it attracts people, and that helps with economic generation in general.
James hopes more businesses will take advantage of the opportunity.
There are a lot of businesses that this will fit, some that it might not. Any that it will fit, I think they should look into it and see if they can use this opportunity to help revitalize our community and grow economic growth.
Bear Paw Development Corporation says loans from the fund will be between $1,000 and $15,000. In addition, they will require a dollar-for-dollar match, and the loans will not go beyond 5 years in length. Nonprofits can apply as well. In Havre, Justin Robichaux, MTN News.
I'm Tim McGonigal in Great Falls, and coming up, I'll tell you how detention officers at the Cascade County Sheriff's Office are using discount gift cards to help make the holidays brighter for some families in need.
From Montana's news leader, you're watching the MTN 530 News.
When money is tight, it can be difficult for some families looking to give their kids the Christmas they deserve. But as I found out, there's a group of Cascade County detention officers who are going beyond the badge to ensure happy holidays.
So we get more word out.
At well over 6 feet tall, Corporal Andy Anderson is an imposing figure. But this time of year, the Cascade County detention officer becomes Santa's favorite correctional officer.
We go to the community schools throughout Cascade County. We ask the counselors there who really know who is in need, who needs help during the Christmas season.
Anderson and his fellow officers on their own time get wish lists and sell $10 discount cards and hold fundraisers at local businesses.
We take all of that money that we have received, we go and purchase the gifts for the kids. We actually all get together as detention officers, actually go out and shop, and then we get together and we gift wrap, and then we actually deliver them to the families right before Christmas.
The program, launched by Detention Officer Corporal Brandy Monks, began during COVID and is similar to Shop with a Cop. And while it's relatively new, it's quickly making an impact.
The first year that I did it, we did like 14 kids. Last year we did 22 kids.
Anderson says while the program is centered around the holiday season, he'd like to see it expanded year-round.
So if we got into the summertime or something like that and we came across a mom that was talking to the local school saying that she needed a stroller or a car seat or something like that for a new kid, we may be able to pitch in because we've raised enough money to go forward into the rest of the year.
Upcoming events and success stories can be found on the group's Facebook page. Anderson says he's always been about giving back to the community, and for him, the program hits close to home.
I came from a family where it was pinching pennies and struggling. I watched my grandma, work as hard as she can, and the biggest glory she could have is she could buy a lotto ticket, but she was always willing to give back to us.
Santa's favorite correctional officers are making a difference beyond the badge. The Santa's Favorite Correctional Officer program will be holding a Raise a Pint Night at the Mighty Mo in Great Falls on November 24th. Cascade County will conduct a countywide test of their Code Red emergency notification system next Wednesday, November 12th. The test alert will come as a phone call with a recorded message from Sheriff Jesse Slaughter. Officials say calls will roll out over about an hour and no action is required. Residents are encouraged to check that their contact information is up to date or enroll by visiting cascadecountymt.gov or texting Cascade Alert to 99411. The Code Red system lets law enforcement and first responders send mass phone and text alerts during large-scale emergencies, including evacuations and searches for missing children.
Our call to action to you, or your responsibility as the community, is that we need you to get registered for Code Red. Our priority is simple. We want to keep the people of Cascade County informed, connected, and safe. Signing up for Code Red only takes a few minutes, but it can make all the difference when seconds matter.
Officials say testing helps ensure notifications can be delivered quickly in a real emergency. We'll have more information on how to register for Code Red listed on our website.